Hi, welcome back. This is the Balanced Life Redefine Success, Redefine Failure YouTube channel, and I am Tiffany. I'm glad to have you here today. In this video, I'm going to be giving some really practical things for you to think through so that you can work on application in your own life about what do you plan to get from this recession. See, during economic downturns or family crises or times of great emotional stress, it reveals weakness. If you have a financial hit, it exposes the weaknesses in your budget. If you have a family emergency of some kind, it exposes weaknesses in maybe your character or in your plan or in your support system. I've always find that crises reveal weakness, which gives you an opportunity to fix them. So how do you plan to improve your life, someone else's, or both, and teach your kids and those over whom you have influence to adjust and prepare for the next time? Um, are you focusing on yourself and just being ready for me and my three, or are you looking outward to others that either family, friends, your community at large, your church, organizations you're a part of? Um, and also, how can you grow? See, the last recession that I remember well was the 2006 to 2009 recession. And it was a huge wake up call for us because in the midst of that recession, we adopted a special needs child from outside the US to join our three biological children, who at the time were, I think, 6.5, almost 4, and had just turned 2. And this child was 4.5, almost 5. So we had that. We had the expenses associated that. We had the expenses associated with the family. And then 6 months later, my husband's stage 4 cancer diagnosis, all while the economy was imploding, gas prices were rising, all these things. It exposed a number of weaknesses in our budgeting, in our planning, um, within our family, emotionally. You've seen me talk about, we've got the Maslow's hierarchy of needs. I'm also working on a new series about emotional preparation and working through the emotions of difficult times and some of the things that I learned and have applied practically. And I'll be introducing those because stress can have very real impact on your family, on your life, on your career, on your body. So all these weaknesses can be exposed right now. The last 2 years have been really difficult. There's changes happening now, and just when you feel like you can take a breath, there's another wave crashing over you. So, um, think about what weaknesses you're finding and don't just blame the outside. Find out what changes you can make because a lot of us have gone through these things and we weren't necessarily lucky. We were prepared because the previous time we were not lucky. So you can be ready the next time because economies do go in cycles. Some of the things that I would recommend you really look at, and we'll deal with these in more depth in future videos, but you may have resources you already use. Getting out of debt. Um, Debt, that's what actually messed us up really bad. Um, it was a series of not really like majorly bad choices, but just like not being prepared. We had a great budget as long as everything went perfectly. Whenever there was an emergency, a blown tire, my husband was sick and couldn't go to work because he didn't get paid time off. He was paid hourly. Um, Kids are sick and we have to pay extra for medicine and then it goes through the whole any kind of issue that cropped up was darn near devastating for us because we didn't have the proper walls built up and the proper preparation in place. So getting rid of debt was a huge thing, helping us to live below our earnings. It resulted in a career change for both my husband and for myself. um we got rid of the idea of being just in time, having things just in time, living paycheck to paycheck. um you know Look at yourself critically because I don't have sympathy for people who have perfectly done hair and perfectly manicured nails and the latest fashions, a really nice brand new phone, and an awesome car, who says, wow, I just have so many bills I can't pay for anything. No, you have an awful lot of splurges there, and you need to consider if for a period of time, whether a year or multiple years, um, you need to cut those back and have a dollar limit on those splurges so that you can focus the rest of the money on getting rid of these, so then you can have this indefinitely without it causing other issues. I once was helping somebody with their budget, and they asked me to look at, because I'm really, really good with budgeting and helping people trim the fat and thinking creatively about ways to earn money and things like that. If you have questions about it, put it below. If not, I'll probably will be doing a future video in the next couple of months on that. But this person, I said, well, you're spending $200 a month on fast food. You need to cut back your expenses. This was quite a while back. I would say at least 10 years ago. And so that was, I mean, that was a significant amount. Our monthly family entertainment, eat at restaurant budget was $60, and there were 6 of us. So this person, but the person I was trying to help, scoffed at it and said, well, you know, I have to eat out. I do these things with my friends. This is a part of my, you know, support group, and this, and they had excuses, not reasons, excuses for why every expense had to stay. And the reality was, they continued on that path and got in a really bad financial position and had a number of bad things happen as a result of that. And it wasn't until many, many years later, with many thousands and thousands of dollars piled on, tens of thousands actually, before they finally went, oh, I've got to stop. Where if they would have stopped before and realized, no, I'm making excuses for a lifestyle I can't support right now, they could have gotten out of it within a matter of months and then gone on. The other thing that we did is we worked to build savings and a buffer. We worked very hard to live below our means, and I completely understand that there are time periods where that just can't happen, but you have to continually, daily see if today is the day that you can stop spending in this one area. I had a car at one point trying to save money. Somebody had given me a car, but this car broke down, and almost every month, and I am not exaggerating, I was putting $100 to $300 in that car to repair it. So I was constantly breaking it down. I couldn't get a steady job anywhere because I did not have reliable transportation. My husband had the other car because he had, you know, a job, and I was trying to get extra money. And so finally, when we got a car payment, it was like $175, the car payment was, which was just about the average of what I was paying to repair this other car every stinking month. And I had reliable transportation that lasted for years and years and years. And it was great. I got it paid off, and then I had a great car. So what do you plan to get from this recession? What lessons do you plan to learn? What changes do you plan to make your life better, so when the uptick happens again, you are in a position to really start building and banking and capitalizing? That's what we did. It took us multiple years to dig out, but when everything hit back in 2020, we had sufficient savings to last us and weather the storm. We had a job that was able to pay the bills. We could, you know, accommodate some of the issues that happened because we had gone through it before, but we had learned and applied those principles and those lessons. So that is my big thing for you here. Look at what the crisis is revealing. Don't make excuses about it, and don't blame people on the outside. Look at what it's showing you about your lack of preparation, your lack of knowledge, your lack of skills that you need for a better job. See what it's focusing on: selfishness versus supporting yourself and others. Find out where you can grow, what things you need to try to get rid of and make a priority, and start working at those. And even if you can't do it today or in the next 2 or 3 months because of what's happening, have that ready. So the second you get that extra, remember the equation lesson that I taught in a video earlier this week. You have that equation to help you go after those things, whether it's saving up for school, taking classes, paying down a debt, whatever it is. Be ready. So when the upsurge happens and the next downturn happens, you are in a better place and you are more prepared, and you can not only take care of yourself but help those around you. So I would love to hear some of your thoughts, ideas, things you've done, lessons you've learned in the comments. Please like, share, and subscribe and help others find out this information. Let me know things that you would like to know and learn about. Super practical or super theoretical. I'm going to be doing all of it, and I will be having some more lessons coming your way tomorrow. Thanks, and have a great day. Bye.